Hello, congratulations on drawing an elk permit for this year's hunt. My name is Tom Cooley, and I'm the wildlife biologist pathologist in the DNR's Wildlife Disease Lab in East Lansing. I'm going to provide you information on basic elk anatomy to help you with the placement of your killing shot and to also explain your participation in the division's bovine tuberculosis surveillance program. This is your perfect shot, a broadside angle. A well-placed killing shot should be just behind the front leg in the heart and lung area. A shot placed at this location allows for some placement error. If the shot is a little forward, it should knock the animal down with a fractured upper leg. If it is a little high, it should hit the vertebrae of the back. And if it is a little towards the abdomen, it should hit the liver. Elk are good-sized animals. This adult cow's stomach is approximately 36 inches from the ground, and she is approximately 30 inches from her stomach to her back. Yearling bulls are comparable in size. Yearling cows are slightly smaller. Calves are considerably smaller, and adult bulls are much larger. This is a yearling bull, and what we're going to do is take him apart layer by layer to show you where your heart-lung shot should occur. The skin has been removed, showing the musculature and the position of the bones of the legs. The muscles have been removed from the thorax and front leg, exposing the ribs, the scapula, the shoulder blade, humerus, radius, and ulna. The rib cage and abdominal musculature have been removed, exposing the thoracic and abdominal organs. In the thoracic cavity, you can see the lungs, and on the bottom of the lungs, you can see the tip of the heart. The thoracic cavity is separated from the abdominal cavity by the diaphragm, a muscular appearing tissue. In the abdominal cavity, the liver lies right behind the diaphragm, but in this picture, you can't see it. The stomachs and the intestines fill the entire abdominal cavity that is visible. You do not want your shot placement anywhere near the abdomen, as a gut shot will likely be fatal to the animal, but it will not die quickly. The lungs, stomachs, and intestinal tract have been removed, exposing the heart, major blood vessels, and the liver. Once again, note the location of the heart and blood vessels in relation to the backbone and the bones of the front leg. If you harvest an elk, you will take part in the division's bovine tuberculosis surveillance program. This map shows the primary elk range, the blue line, the primary bovine TB area, the red line, numerous green circles which represent TB negative elk, and a small number of red elk which represent TB positive animals. All of the yellow colored counties have had TB positive animals within their borders. The Wildlife Division has monitored the elk herd for bovine tuberculosis since 1996. Since 1998, it has been mandatory for all harvested elk to be submitted for TB testing. You can see on the slide the number of elk we have tested since 1996 and the number of positive animals detected. You have two options this season for submitting your elk head for TB examination. In both options, the head will not be returned to the hunter. The first option is to allow the field crew to remove the head of the animal and submit it directly to the lab. The second option is to drop off your head within 2 weeks at the DNR Gaylord Customer Service Center head drop box. These may be the only options this year to examine elk heads for TB. If there are other options, the field crew will discuss them with you at the time that they check your animal. When the elk head arrives at the lab, we examine 3 sets of lymph nodes looking for evidence of abscesses. If nothing abnormal is found in any of the lymph nodes, it is determined that TB was not detected in your elk. If an abscess is found in one of the lymph nodes, the affected tissue is submitted to Michigan State University for microscopic examination and to the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services for culturing of the bacteria that causes bovine TB. If we find an abscess in one of the lymph nodes, you will be notified that your animal is undergoing further testing. The complete testing process for a TB suspect animal takes 6 to 8 weeks. At that time, you will be notified of the final test results. If your elk tests TB positive, it is recommended that you dispose of the meat. This can be done by bagging the meat and disposing of it through your normal trash pickup, or you may turn it in to a local wildlife office to be sent to the lab for incineration. You may keep the antlers if you harvested a bull elk. You will be offered the opportunity to hunt on a replacement tag for the next year's elk hunt. However, the replacement tag is an opportunity to replace the meat you disposed of and is only offered as an opportunity to harvest an antlerless elk the following year, regardless of your tag for the positive animal. If you have any disease questions, please call or email me. To find your testing results, you can go to the highlighted website. Good luck and enjoy your hunt.